Hey guys, I am here to answer the big question that I've been getting from a lot of youth and young adults this whole month, and that is, should Christians celebrate Halloween? Well, the answer, simple, is no, they shouldn't. But I am gonna go into details into why you shouldn't celebrate Halloween. Whether you are a believer or whether you're not a believer, you have to know what happens on this day, on this demonic holiday, that on the side of the occult, on the side of witchcraft, is really important. So you have to know it's not just about the candy, it's not just about the dressing up as the little mermaid, as little Jesus, going out trick-or-treating. It's not just about that, it's so much more. So this video is going to help you, because I am going to mask Halloween in the next 10 to 15 minutes. Number one, where the Halloween came from. Well, it was originally founded back in Ireland and France long time ago by a group of druids. Druids are, if you want to call them, members of the Satanic Church, right? Witches, warlocks, that they will come together in a festival on Halloween night. This will take place on October 31st, going into November 1st, which is known to the Hispanic community as the Day of the Dead, El Día de los Muertos. This festival was known as the Festival of Fire, or the Festival of Samhain. Samhain is the name given to the Lord of the Dead, or it translates to Satan. Okay, I'm not making this thing up. You could do your own research on this festival. This festival was done specifically for the Celtics to welcome the spirits, the demons, because they believed that on that night, on October 31st, the barrier between the physical realm and the spiritual realm was removed. So they believed that on that night it was the highest point to interact with spirits, with demons. So they would, all throughout this festival, there was human sacrifice, there was animal sacrifice, there was spells done, witchcraft done. You could just imagine the highest of the occult. Okay, one of the things that they would do is that they will grab an animal, the animal that they were going to sacrifice, they will kill it, they will cut the fur off the animal, and they will put it on themselves. Why would they do that? Because they believe that by putting this fur, by disguising themselves, by taking the identity of something else, the evil spirits wouldn't harm them. This is where you get the idea of dressing up on Halloween. It's not just about dressing up as Little Mermaid, dressing up as Batman, and it's just something harmless. No, when it's done on this particular day, the devil uses that to open doors. You dress up your kid as a Little Mermaid, you open a door for a spirit to come in. You may not see it in that moment, but then as they get older, later on, you ask yourself, why is my daughter into pornography? Why is my daughter into drugs? Why? Because a door was open in something that you thought it was harmless, but it was open, and so the devil came in and took advantage of that. Okay, these druids will dress themselves up with the fur of the animals. As soon as they will kill them, dripping blood, and then they will go into the villages that they were close by, and they will go and they will knock on the doors, and they will say the phrase trick or treat, okay, which means either you give me what I want, or I curse you and your generations to come. Okay? The trick or treat is not just a phrase that you say because either you want candy or you wanna trick. No. It goes deeper than that. So the people in those villages were so afraid because there was obviously demonic activity moving around. So the druids were asked for the firstborn, the virgins in the family, to sacrifice to the devil, and the people will give them. And so human sacrifice on October 31st is at its highest. If you go and do your research on every police department, every police report of kidnappings, disappearances of children on October 31st, you're gonna see that it's the highest. It holds the record for the most kidnappings ever in the United States. Why is that? They go missing because there's these witches and warlocks who are moving around as people are going outside trick-or-treating, kidnapping people to sacrifice to the devil. Okay, 3 reasons why we don't celebrate Halloween. Number 1, it worships the devil. Okay, wearing a mask of Michael Myers does not worship the Lord. We have been called to, in everything that we do, to worship God. Everything that we do, whether it's work, school, ministry, regardless what it is meant to worship the Lord. On Halloween, you wear a mask of Michael Myers, that doesn't worship God. You wear a mask of the devil, people dress up as the devil, that doesn't worship God. Okay? It literally, the whole point of this, I don't even want to call it holiday, of this day, is to worship Satan. Okay? The founder of the Satanic Church, Anthony LaVey, said that he's glad that Christians' parents at least let their children worship the devil one night of the year. Why would he say that? He knows that the members of the Satanic Church are not going to dress up, put their suits on, their dresses on, to come to church on Easter's. They're not going to dress up, put their suits on, their suit and tie, to come and worship the Lord on Christmas. They're not going to do that. But why are Christians so, pushing to celebrate something that they know they shouldn't? Why are youth and young adults finding a leeway? No, it's not bad, it's not demonic. If we do it one way, if we evangelize, why are you going to use evangelism as an excuse for you to be part of something that you shouldn't be part of? Why is the church trying so hard to be like the world when the world doesn't want to be like the church? We're called to be light in a world of darkness. We're called to be salt of the earth. We're called to be set apart, not to fit in. Holiness. That is a big word that the church nowadays doesn't like to hear. Holiness means being set apart. We have been called to be set apart. We are not called to fit in. So we need to stop with this idea that we're going to use Halloween as a day to evangelize. If you don't come to evangelism events, how are you going to evangelize on Halloween? It just does. You're just looking for an excuse to be part of something that you shouldn't. Number 2, it promotes death and fear. Scary movies. I used to be addicted to scary movies. That was a big door when I was younger, that opened the door for spirits to come in, spirits of fear, doubt. My relationship with God was, there was no relationship with God. Why? Because I had opened a door. Scary movies don't promote anything other than fear, death, chaos, and the demonic, and witchcraft. That's what it promotes. Okay? And number 3, Halloween promotes witchcraft. Okay? Witchcraft. Be very careful what you watch, what you listen to, what you read. You go to Five Below and you see that they have books of witchcraft. They don't have a Bible, but they have books of witchcraft. Okay, they promote it. They want you to buy it. They want you to get it. You go to Hobby Lobby, they have a whole section of witchcraft. Hobby Lobby, who used to be a Christian store, has a whole section of witchcraft. Okay, so be very careful, guys. Be very careful. Now, well, you could tell me, well, what about if we do fall festivals and events like that? What is the difference? Well, the church, if we are telling people to not be part of something, well, the church needs to have an alternative. All right, I can't just tell you to not be part of something if I don't have something to give you. Okay, so the fall festival, it is a way to counteract the celebrations of Halloween. Okay, a fall festival could be something like, we have games, we have food. There's no promoting costumes, there's no promoting candy, there's no mention of Halloween anywhere. We do a fall festival as an event to interact with families, to spread the gospel. We do that. But when the church turns it tries to change the name of it and calls it trunk or treat, or tries to do something else, and then it's literally the same celebration as Halloween, as costume contest, giving candy, that's a problem. Because all you're doing is you're just changing the name. You understand what I'm saying? All you're changing the name, but it's still the same celebration, the same practice. It's the same practice. So we have to be careful, guys. You don't lose anything if you don't celebrate Halloween. Okay? You don't lose anything. You're not gonna, miss anything if you don't celebrate it. Be mindful. Be mindful. The Bible doesn't say literally in either, do not celebrate Halloween, but it does condemn the practices of witchcraft. It condemns the horoscope. It condemns a lot of things that are done on Halloween. So why are you trying so hard to be part of something that you shouldn't? That if you do, you're going to open a door for a demon to come in, and then I'm going to be waiting on the other side to set you free. Because that's literally what happens. That's literally what happens. Okay? You don't hear what God is trying to tell you. You do the practice, you take part in something that you shouldn't do, you can't sleep at night, you hear voices, you have nightmares, there's a demon, tormenting you, you come to church to be set free. That's really what happens. Don't get to that part when you have the control now to prevent it. So I hope that this video helps you. I pray that it does. I pray that it at least stops somebody from being part of something that they shouldn't be part of. If you have questions, feel free to put them in the comment section. I also want to tell you that here at Fusion, we have done an event called Unmasking Halloween for the past 5 years. We have done it. And so we're going to put a QR code that has the past classes. If you're interested, we go deeper than this video. There's also testimonies of young adults who were in a place of addiction, a place of torment, a place of being oppressed, and God set them free. And I know that will help you. So any questions, put them in the comments. And if you need prayer requests, as well, put them in the comments, and we'll be praying. Do not celebrate Halloween, okay? Because it promotes the devil, it promotes fear, and it doesn't glorify the Lord. We are called to be light in a world of darkness. Blessings, guys.